Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Vance Williams out of the United States here in the Seattle area. It's Tuesday, July 8th, and welcome to our live Forex trading show. Had a great vacation. Thanks, everyone, for asking. 9 days traveling with my kids. It was just fantastic. It's really good to be back. I have Victor with me out of Australia today. Victor, how are you doing today?
Good evening, everyone. Good morning, everyone. It's nice to be here. Nice to see you back too, Vance. It was getting a bit lonely there without you there for a week.
Oh, well, you did a fantastic job. Thank you for, excuse me, guys, I got a cold I'm getting over. Hopefully one more day, so my voice is a little off. But you did a great job. I see my lighting has done something funny again. Guys.
I'll let you deal with that. But it was great. It was so awesome working with the traders. Normally I sort of just follow my own sort of path and do my own work, but to work especially that closely with the level one and level two traders, hopefully I'll show a couple of their trades a little bit later on for anyone who wants to see. But yeah, a lot of the team did some really good work last week. It was a lot of fun. Thanks, mate.
Awesome, awesome. I think I've got a little bit of an issue with the light, but we'll roll with it. So you're flying out to Japan tomorrow, right?
I am. I am. I think it is now 10:30 in the evening, my time here in Australia. Then I've got to drive. I'll sleep for about 4 hours, drive 3 hours to the airport, and catch a flight for about 8 hours up to Tokyo. And I'll go and hang out there for about 3 weeks. So hopefully, if you can have me on the show again, I'll be in Japan then.
We'll definitely have you on the show on Thursday.
Yeah, that'll be good. Long as I'm speaking English, I'll be right.
Well, we might have you do a little bit of Japanese.
I'll give it a go.
Okay, great. Well, we'll look forward to that. Maybe we'll learn a little something about Japan. Maybe you can go sneak in and see what the central bankers are doing at the Bank of Japan there.
I reckon they're going to close up shop. They've got a whopping big typhoon that's hitting down the bottom, and it'll slowly make its way up the archipelago. So hopefully everyone will be okay, and I'll be right in the middle of it.
Okay, great. Well, so we know that the minds of the Japanese banks are in something else right now. That's something to know. Just glancing over at the chart a little bit, I want to get right to some analysis, and then Victor will talk about some work that he did last week with new Forex traders. I think some of you guys will really enjoy that. Um, Now, I guess to start with, yesterday we were coming off a long 4th of July weekend here in the United States. Our team had our eyes on Tuesday really before Monday even began, and it did end up sluggish. But let's pop over now and just take a look at some charts real quick. I want to get right to that. So one of the things I want to do every day is get to the analysis pretty quick. So those of you who are just looking for a few tips on how we see things with price logic, you can get that input. Let's see. Let's go to the euro first. We're there. Basically, the eurozone is it's basically all negative. I mean, it's all negative. Even the banks were talking this morning about increasing the liquidity. In other words, the amount of money in circulation by about 50% over the next 2 years. So that doesn't sound very good at all for the eurozone. So as bad as everything is in terms of debt and the markets here in the U.S., it seems like the euro's going to have it a little bit harder. So our long-term sentiment right now is going to continue to be negative for the euro, right, Victor?
Yeah, totally. It really struggled back up there around 137, and it's coming down now. So we'll just keep an eye on it. But definitely the moving averages have crossed back over, so the bias has gone back to the sellers. And yeah, if there's a trade on either to later on today or tomorrow, we'll definitely be taking it.
Okay, great, great. So what we'd be looking for here is I don't think there's a lot of room to enter a trade from here to here. It's only like 12 pips. So guys, what you want to be watching for is watch for price to stretch below this level, 135.78. So my assessment, what we're reporting to the level four traders, which are our live trading team, is we're reporting the euro to be uh, bearish to neutral, and neutral just because of this range that it's been in. You can see if this is a 4-hour chart I just bounced out to, You can see we're in this zone right here, but everything's kind of marked for the euro to go down. And I'm talking long term. I'm not talking today or tomorrow. You've got to trade what's here, what's happening today. I mean, today they're preparing for a typhoon in Japan. You need to know what's happening today. Okay, so did I get that right, Victor? Typhoon in Japan?
That's exactly right. We call them cyclones down here, but it's a big one, this one. So we'll have to just see how they play it, and hope everyone's okay with it.
Okay, great. You know, Victor, that tells you a little something about Victor. He's just flying right into it. I mean, while everybody's running for the hills, Victor's getting on an airplane and flying into it.
Long as they fly around it, it'll be all good.
Yeah, well, he's got a little girl who's down there in that area, so I know he's eager to get down there and see her.
Totally.
All right, so yesterday I was talking with the level 4 traders. Again, level 4, if you hear me talk about level 4 for our viewers, that's talking about live traders. I was posting about the pound making a move up, and it was making a bit of a move up in the off hours, and then we had some high impact data scheduled for 4:30, and if I put my crosshairs on that time, you'll see that big move, which is about a 46, 47 pip candle on the 5-minute chart, happened right at 4:30. Now, the conflict, I talked about bankers versus the markets. Let's just zoom out to a daily here for just a moment. And you can see this, and I know some of my moving averages, or one of my moving averages is not there. It's okay. You can see that this pound has just left. It's just launched into orbit in terms of its value in comparison to the dollar. And the central banks don't like this at all. I mean, they're doing everything they can to push this down for more than one reason. Just the price, the value of a currency going up alone can wreak havoc for workers and all kinds of things in the economy. But the problem is that they're not, the U.S. dollar is not able to compete against the pound. I mean, that's the bottom line. So we've got that conflict there. They need price to go down, but the long-term outlook is bullish. And it looks like I have a couple of pound things here. So let's drop down to maybe a 4-hour chart so you can get an idea of what we're watching here. We'll look at that candle. Very strong buying. So the first real important area was when we got above 17,000, which is about right in here. That was a really strong area. And then they pushed it all the way to here. Now the buyers are holding on in this area. The banks keep trying to push it down. But if we drop down to a 30-minute, you'll see something very simple. You're going to see, look right here. This is the first time it dropped down into this area. What you see here, what this price should tell you here, is there were buy orders sitting in this area. So here's the conflict. When information came out this morning at 4:30 pushing this down, we knew there were buy orders sitting there. So there's the conflict right there. And so this area ends up being a little bit more risky. A few of our traders did take that trade. If it doesn't work out, don't worry about it because, I mean, if you're trading good logic, you're going to win, but you're not going to win all of them. So, any thoughts on that area there, Victor?
Yeah, no, definitely. That's what we were talking about, and I talked about in my early London analysis today that I posted on the site. Is that we're sort of looking for it to go back up to the top to see if it would test, but the data came out. It was negative, and they pushed the sellers pushed down. I'm in a trade there at the moment, and it's looking like it's probably going to go up and take my stop. But that's trading. You're not going to win every trade, and so you just try to execute the best you can, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, it hasn't closed above the 61.8 at the moment, but it's back inside that range that we're looking at. So we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, we just got to take what the market gives you. Well, thanks for that, Victor. Let's pop over to the Australian dollar for just a moment. It doesn't look a lot different than it did yesterday. This is the Australian USD 30-minute. I mean, we were looking at it was trying to pop out of this top right here yesterday, and we said we thought it was bullish, but it's been making very, very small moves. Not a lot there. if you're going to trade that, you're going to need for price to stretch out above 94.03, which is a nice round number, and it's going to have to stretch out enough so that you can get in and out of the trade with good risk management. And so that's what you'd be looking for there, a push above 94.03. Let's see, the Kiwi, and both the Kiwi and the Aussie, guys, to trade that, the logic's a little bit different than the pound and the euro, meaning that the behavior of the people who trade it is different. And you can trade any pair that you want, but know that if you go outside of the pound and euro, you're going to need to learn those currency pairs. You're going to need to learn their unique behavior in order to keep your win ratio high enough. So here I see we had a pretty good level here that price jumped out of this morning. It looks like, or yesterday evening rather. So there was potentially a trade here. Now, our traders know this Kiwi and Aussie like to retrace more, so they tend to look for better prices when they get their entries, so that they can get out sooner and have a little bit more comfortable stop. So our traders would more than likely be getting in somewhere in this area and keeping their stops maybe right in this area and keeping their targets right around in about there. So that's the way if your risk is increased, you've got to manage that risk. And this is just a nuance for this particular currency pair, and that just goes right along with what I was just saying. If you're going to trade things outside of the euro and the pound, you need to know the unique behaviors and nuances of that currency pair, and that's one of them right there. There's an example. All right, any thoughts on that, Victor?
No, that was great, Vance. The Aussie and the Kiwi do sort of march to their own beat, and it's a reason I've never really had a lot of success with them, and compared to how I've had success with the pound and the euro. So I stick to what I'm really good at, and I'm not really good at the Kiwi or the Aussie. But some of our traders traded them really, really well, exactly how you just pointed out, by looking for those deeper retraces and not such higher pushes. So yeah, that was great. It's good information.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so Victor, in this next segment, we're pretty much done with our analysis. We gave you guys a couple of important things to look for. In this next section, Victor wanted to talk just a little bit about his experience working with the newer traders last week while I was on vacation. We thought you guys would find that interesting. Just for you guys that are watching for the first time, Victor went through my entire training program. He's now trading live, he's doing very well, and he's also working with me, helping with the traders. And so it's just a tremendous value to have him here with us. So Victor, what would you like to share about your experience last week?
Yeah, I appreciate those kind words. Thanks, Vance. Yeah, definitely. Having yourself sort of taking a quick vacation, I sort of was allowed to focus on the level 1 and level 2 traders, and people who are not aware of the type of program that we have is that when any new trader joins our training program, they start off in level 1, and it's a very, very simple process. It's a very easy trade plan to follow, and all we're looking for is for people to take one buy-sell trade according to the trade plan and one sell trade according to the trade plan. But we really focus on getting the entries right, the targets right, and the stops right. And my job was just to work with our newer traders to actually go through that and to walk through the steps with them. And the work that, especially, our congratulations are definitely in order, because Myrna and Fahid, they've moved to level 2 when Vance turned back, and just watching their level of work and level of effort, and it can be quite difficult, even for traders who have 3 to 5 years of experience, if they don't know these basic steps, which are incredibly important in when you're going to trade Forex and doing your entries. They find it very difficult because they have to create this new, well, Vance, you call it a neural pathway to actually take on this new information and understand it and then apply it. And just watching them and taking their steps, and then for them to look back at the process. I think Myrna did the level 1 in about a week and a half, and Fahid maybe about 2 weeks. And just having them look back at when they first started to where they already are now was really great, and it was really great to work with them.
Wow, that's awesome. And you know, Myrna had tried out a lot of things before she started working with us, and she was just so enthusiastic and excited yesterday when she contacted me on Skype. It was really awesome. And you know, hats off to you, Victor. Great job working with them. But you know, it's always fun to watch someone do the work and see the progress.
I tell you what, I look at my level one, and I came to Vance's program with 3 years of experience in the market, and to look back at my level one forum and level two forum, it just gives me a bit of a chuckle, especially to see where I am now. But to walk through the process, it was a great experience, and it definitely set me up for where I am now. So thanks, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, that's about it. Hey, Victor, why don't we move to the question of the day now? What
Yeah, sure.
question? What question did you pick that our viewers have been sending out to us?
Yep, I got an email, and I've got Carlos, and he just wanted to know more so what high impact data that you post on your website. What do you really focus on, or what should he be looking out for in his trading? That's the sort of his sort of question was definitely about high impact data. What should he be looking out for?
Yeah, you don't really pay attention to high impact data until you're trading and all of a sudden price moves 45 pips and stops you out. And you're like, hey, you know, it's funny, it doesn't work the other way. You don't get in and it moves 45 pips in your favor. Oh, throw the lighting off again. Let's see if I can fix that. No. Oh no, now this is moving. Oh dear. Hey, sorry guys, this is a live show. You get what you get. We'll just kind of leave it like that for now. But that is a great question, Carlos. I think that the simple answer to that is, and it's not super simple, but the simple answer to that is that what most traders need to focus on when it comes to high impact data is just simply knowing it's happening and knowing whether the market believes that that information is relevant or not. Okay, so what do I mean by that? What I mean is that if you know on CNBC and on Bloomberg or in blogs, you hear them talking about a particular piece of data over and over again, that discussion creates a level of uncertainty, right? As they're discussing it, this guy thinks it's going to go up, that guy thinks it's going to go down. The traders sitting on the sidelines go, well, we don't know. And so what ends up happening is even if they're ready to go in one position or the other, if you know they're just reluctant because of this indecision, so they can be sitting there charged, and then when the information comes, they go, oh, this is what it means, right? And so that's what creates the volatility, the hyper volatility. In other words, a rapid movement, very fast. Oh, thank you, lighting man, invisible lighting man. Sorry guys, I couldn't help it. I had to laugh at that. This invisible lighting man fixed something. There is no lighting man. But anyway, so you know, I just kind of want to walk you through that visual imagery for your mind a little bit. But really, you just want to know when the data is coming out. We post that every day on our site for the public to see. Just look on the navigation bar and then go down to high impact data. We're going to list the data. The data that we think is potentially hyper volatile, you'll see one asterisk. If we think it's going really likely to be hyper volatile, you'll see two asterisks. If we think it's a foregone conclusion, you'll see three. You know, so you kind of get used to watching for that. Are they talking about it? If they're talking about it a lot, then it's probably going to create a little bit of hyper volatility, and that's what you want to avoid. As a trader, good logic is based upon repetitive human behavior. And by virtue of the definition of unusual, that's not good logic. So if something is happening that happens once a month, twice a month, it's unusual. And you want to avoid that. That's just I know most traders aren't thinking about these types of things, but you need to. You need to think of every part of your trading decision needs to be based on repetitive human behavior, nothing else. No gimmicks, no tricks, no algorithms, just human behavior. Now, algorithms do represent human behavior, but they're just a symbol of it. You need to be able to see what's really happening. One of the things I said to someone last month is if what you're doing does not make total sense to you, you're not going to make money. So keep that in mind. Let that be your guide. Victor, anything else to, just let me kind of wrap up. High impact data, know what's coming out, learn to pay attention if there's a buzz. If you're trading intraday, stay away from it. If you have a stop of, 30, 40 pips, stay away from it. If you're trading longer term, let's say the pound up, as long as you've got a sizable stop, as a general rule, no piece of data will change the trend. Not any single piece of data. So that's another good thing to know. Anything to add there, Victor?
Yeah, no, that was great, Vance. Thanks for that. I think Carlos will be happy with that. I just also mentioned for people who aren't familiar with their program, our level 1 and level 2 traders, we almost encourage them to really have a look and have a trade during some high impact data, because nothing like experience actually seeing price move around so much, and you're trying to get your entry triggered, or your stop gets hit, or it slips by 30 or 40 pips, and you never forget those sort of things. So especially for our level 1 and level 2 traders, they can just get up to the plate and swing without worrying. But as traders progress through the program, level 3 and definitely level 4, they become so much more mindful of it. So, but thanks for the explanation, Vance. It's great.
Yeah, I love that word, mindfulness. Just remembering what you need to do. That's what it means to me. I love that word. It's not a popular word, but I love that word. Thanks for that, Victor. Excellent stuff. I just wanted to point out, if you just found us on Google or YouTube, we have about a video with 100,000 views there. I just wanted to point out to you guys, you can get that book that you might be looking for. This is forexartofwar.com, forexartofwar.com. And here on the right side is where you can get that 8 things. I would take out the name. I haven't done that yet. I mean, we're not really looking to capture a lot of information. But not only are you going to get 8 things, you're also going to get the first of a 3-book series, The First Battle, and you'll be on a list where we'll email you when we do live shows and let you know what we're going to be talking about. And of course, you can opt out of that anytime. We don't share your information with anyone else either. So that's about it. So I want to thank Victor for being here with me this morning. Victor, thank you.
Yeah, most welcome, Vance. It's great. And the next time I'll see you, I'll be in Japan, so the backdrop will be slightly different.
I'm looking forward to see what the background looks like.
We'll do something. We'll do something.
We'll have to give a shout out to our friends in Japan too on that show. All right,
Yeah,
so guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. Our goal is to help you gain further insights into Forex trading, something that's going to make a real difference. And if you listen carefully, you'll see that we give away a tremendous amount of knowledge, especially on price logic trading, probabilities. In terms of our training program, the thing that our training program does is it doesn't give you this super secret stuff we're holding back from you. What it does is give you a coach that's watching you, and that speeds up your progress. So we're not trying to hold anything back. We'll tell you everything on our shows. So, but if you want to move faster, do check out our training program. So to our members watching this morning who are in our program and our trading team, I'll see you guys, we'll see them coming up in about 35 minutes, right, Victor?
Yep, just coming up 11:30 my time. I'll hang out for that, though. I'm already awake, so it'll be good. I'll always look forward to it. There's always good, those sessions.
I know. I'm up at 4:30 in the morning on the West Coast. Victor in Australia, he's up till what, midnight? Was it midnight there?
Yeah, about midnight's my pumpkin time, so after that I've just got to go to sleep.
All right. Hey, thanks everyone. You guys have a great day or a great night, depending on where you are in the world. Bye now.